Oh, hello there. As you can see, this place is a complete mess, and since I live here, I've been cleaning it up a little. But I spent so much time doing this that I didn't have enough time to play any games this couple of days. But I've been watching some Tokusatsu lately. You know, those shows with people wearing colorful suits and fighting rubber monsters, with lots of special effects, explosions, and an occasional giant robot. While this is a rough summary of the genre, it may remind you of shows like the Power Rangers. I've even tried to make my own hero suit, but I didn't have enough material, so I was only able to build the mask, which ended up being too small and not fitting on my head. But anyway, a subgenre of Tokusatsu that has got my interest is what is called local heroes. These being characters created either by independent groups or even a region's local government. They usually represent a town, prefecture, or sometimes a company. This type of character is the focus of a show I've been enjoying a lot recently. A show about a group formed by 4 heroes from Fukuoka, technically 3, from Saga, and a regular civilian. This team is called
Dogengers.
What's up everyone, I'm Hapnix, and if you're new to all of this, I'll give a quick introduction to the genre, so don't worry and just follow me. The credits for the creation of Tokusatsu as we know it today is given to the special effects director Eiji Tsuburaya. If this name sounds familiar to you, he's the founder of Tsuburaya Productions, the guys responsible for the Ultraman series. He, alongside director Ishiro Honda, worked on Toho's Godzilla from 1954. A movie that was revolutionary at the time because of its special effects. They were seemingly based on some Western movies, such as the original King Kong, although with its own differences, like the usage of a monster costume. The movie was a great success, causing the production of other Godzilla films, amongst other giant monster or kaiju projects. In 1963, Eiji Tsuburaya founded Tsuburaya Productions, a special effects studio which in 1966 produced a TV show called Ultra Q. This was an anthology series where the characters were confronted by weird occurrences and supernatural events, like a giant flower, a mutant gorilla on a train, and a time-traveling alien that turns people invisible using goo. Am I the only one who gets freaked out by this guy? During the previous year, inspired by the early screening episodes of the show, a story based on the idea of a friendly kaiju who fought alongside humanity began production. And just 2 weeks after the last episode of Ultra Q aired on TV, the series about an alien with a human host that could grow larger to fight giant monsters was shown to the public for the first time. The giant hero, Ultraman. Being the follow-up to a series that was already liked by people, it became another massive success, being the start of what would be one of the greatest franchises in Japan. Ultraman's popularity and the fact it was a TV show, so people didn't need to go to the cinemas to watch their favorite hero, was the opening door to the Kyodai heroes, shows starring giant robots or heroes that could grow in size to battle giant enemies, such as Ambassador Magma, Giant Robo, Spectreman, amongst other characters created in the following years. Even though normal-sized heroes were already a thing in movies and series, like Gekko Kamen and National Kid, it was after Shotaro Shinomori's Kamen Rider that the focus shifted from giant heroes and monsters to more average-sized characters. From that point on, Tokusatsu was set as we know it today: kaiju, Kyodai heroes, and heroes in normal size that sometimes happen to have a giant robot, fighting against monsters, or sometimes even each other, and all of that with an abundant usage of special effects. Now Tokusatsu is so engraved in media, the characters based in the genre can be found in anime and games. There are even full-on anime and manga based on Tokusatsu characters, and it's also not a Japanese exclusive thing anymore. The first local hero we know of was 1973's Rainbow Attack Ace from Sendai in Miyagi Prefecture. Apparently he did some stage shows and had a series airing on local TV at the time, but nothing much is known about him besides that, and I believe there is no video footage of him out there either. But the one known as the reason for the sudden increase of local hero activities is a character first seen in 2005, created by Tamotsu Ebina, a hero from Nikaho in Akita Prefecture. Chojin... I'll not even try to pronounce this. The hype for this character was huge, like, he has toys, TV specials, and he has even made an appearance in a certain anime from 2022. Local heroes inspired by him spread rapidly across the country. There are a lot of different kinds of them, the great majority having their own social medias, like YouTube and Twitter. Some of them fight by themselves, some fight in teams, some are themed after barbecue, some are froggers, and of course, crossovers between them is a very common thing, in all kinds of media. But with so many heroes running around, there was a need of someone for them to fight against. A common enemy who would bring fear to people's hearts. Someone whom the world must be saved from. Something like a local villain. That was the idea the secret society of darkness, Akunohimitsukeisha, had, the reason behind the creation of Yabai Kamen.
Koi.
The Akunohimitsukeisha, or HK for short, is a real company, and the first one specialized on creating these kinds of villains. It was founded in 2016 with the objective of spreading despair to children across Japan. They sell their services to different local heroes, so you can see their characters battling them. Their lead character, Yabai Kamen, is liked even by people who aren't into Tokusatsu, to the point they made a comic about him in 2019 in a more Western style. Yabai tells the story of Akuta Takamoto, a problematic child who grows up to become a bitter adult. He has no plans or dreams for his future, but one day, he has the realization he was born to be a villain. The comic may not be canon to the show, but it's still got a really good story, so go give it a read. Around the same year, a certain pharmacist hero began his activities and almost instantly became famous on the internet, and his sudden popularity was the reason behind the creation of this video subject. In the Fukuoka prefecture, a civilian called Jiro Tanaka witnesses the battle between the region's heroes and the Akunohimitsukeisha. Their CEO, Yabai Kamen, had absorbed one of the national treasures, the Golden Seal. He divided this power between the members of his evil corporation, but even with just a portion of the seal's power, he is still able to easily defeat the heroes. Shaking in fear, Tanaka still tries to do something to help, but for being too weak, he obviously fails. When he's about to be finished, the pharmacist warrior Ogaman shows up. A fight between them starts, both seeming to be in equal terms, but the villain reveals his new form, the one he acquired with the power of the Golden Seal, the Work Over Time mode. With his new abilities, he sends all the heroes flying, seemingly killing Ogaman in the process. With all the heroes defeated, Fukuoka now belongs to the AHK. Tanaka finds Ogamen still alive, the hero noticing the huge spike in Yabai Kamen's power, saying he'll need to research the source of it, but seeing there are no heroes left, he assigns the civilian with the job of protecting Fukuoka while he's gone. Not being a hero, he's understandably scared, but when he remembers his childhood friend Yuki, who he hasn't seen in years, was supposed to meet up with him that day, he gets word about her safety and goes search for her, unfortunately bumping into the demon werewolves, Gulf and Galia. During the chaos, the pin Ogaman gave him is accidentally pressed, causing Tanaka to transform into an Ogaman recaller, later named Rookie. But they quickly notice he's not the real Ogaman and just continue to attack him. He's not able to fight, so he tries to escape, but ends up finding the coolest character in the show, Kita-Q-Man. He was totally working in disguise, infiltrated among the villains, and after meeting Rookie, he easily defeats the goons. Jeez, he's so cool. They both keep trying to find Yuki, but are attacked by another member of the AHK, this time being Maid Shitsuji. Kita-Q-Man could obviously defeat them with no problem, but his body's too stiff to fight, so he calls his younger brother instead. They fight the villain together and are able to defeat them. Tanaka finds out his friend's okay, taking sheltering somewhere else, so he goes back to his apartment. Oh, and Kita-Q-Man is there too. From this point on, Tanaka's mission is to find the other heroes, while learning how to become a hero himself. So at the end, they can bring justice to Yabai Kamen and save Fukuoka from the hands of the AHK. Dogengers is a show produced by Akunohimitsukeisha. Yep, the bad guys. As directors, the show had Fumie Arakawa for seasons 1 and 2, Nobuhiko Suzumura for seasons 2, 3, and with Yasuhiro Omine for the 4th one, and Daisuke Onaga for season 5. Most of the heroes depicted in the first season of the show have already fought the characters from the Akunohimitsukeisha at some point in time, this being one of the reasons for them to be chosen to the project. Besides Rookie, the other team members are
A superhero of Kita-Kyushu.
Kita-Q-Man is my favorite character in the show. He's a hero created to promote the city of Kita-Kyushu. He's more like an influencer than a full-on hero, being more active on social media, taking photos of food, and rationing Yabai Kamen on Twitter. He doesn't really like to fight, since his body's stiff, but when he does, he's not bad at all. Although he usually relies on his younger brother for this being Kita-Q-Man Metal, or Kita-Q Metal as I like to call, who fights in his place most of the time. His vehicle is the Kita-Q Machine, which gets blown up at the start of season 2. He also has this sick-looking upgrade. It never appears in the show, but hey, it sure looks dope. From the hero division of the sales department, Yamashiron. He's the mascot of Yamashiro, a gas company. He loves exchanging business cards, and is one of the few characters in the show who is not originated from Fukuoka, since he is in fact from the Saga Prefecture. He teaches kids about cooking and nutrition, and is actually not just a single person, but a combination of 3 other heroes. Red Ron. He's naive, super polite, and may have some problems when it comes to express himself. Aoiron, the narcissist who is good with the girls. and for some reason he considers Bill Gates as his rival? What the hell? And Dedede. He may look yellow, but it's supposed to be orange. He has a big heart, loves food, and is the trio's comic relief. When they need to fuse together, they submit a bunch of paperwork, and after it's accepted by all the higher-ups, they can combine to become Yamashiran. Also working for Yamashiro, there are two other characters who don't get to appear in the series: the bossy and egocentric Momoiran, and the workaholic model employee Midoriran. They are more active in the business side of the thing. The heavenly hero, El Brave. He's a real-life wrestler, originating from Nakama City, who started acting as a local hero in 2016. When fighting evil, he has the help of the region's construction workers, who sometimes may even look as strong as him. He's shown to be insecure about his height in the start of the series, since he's the shortest member of the team. And I understand your pain, bro. Even though you're still taller than me. He's also present in Card Fight Vanguard for some reason, which is a card game I've never played, but that's still a cool looking card. The Sword of Fukuoka, Fukuokalibur. I wasn't able to find much information about him, other than he's been active since 2012, being the hero who's been around the longest among the team, and that some parts of his suit are made of Hakataori, a type of fabric from, well, Hakata. He takes his job as a hero very seriously, even being respectful to the villains. He's very wise and acts as a mediator when conflicts happen between the heroes. But now for last, but surely not least, the pharmacist warrior, Oga Man. This character has a very interesting origin. He was idealized by Oga Pharmacist CEO, Takahiro Oga, as a way to warn kids about the leftover medicine problem in Japan. Takahiro, who apparently is a Kamen Rider fan, was inspired by one of the seasons where a medic becomes the hero, so probably Xaid. But he noticed there wasn't any pharmacist among the characters, so he decided to create his own hero. Ogaman is said to be the strongest Dogenger. He has a captivating personality and is shown to be pretty bold, even though he's afraid of roller coasters. He's always using his own pocket money to invest in useful stuff for the team, like guns, multiple headquarters, and even a whole giant mech. With the influence of these heroes, Tanaka grows as a person, getting more courageous over time while also having to fight the AHK. One of the members being Shaberi Man, who in addition to being the show's narrator, is also the script writer. Another very important villain is Idol, a character with a mysterious backstory who may have some connections with Tanaka himself. In the following seasons, new characters get added to the show, being them pre-existing local heroes or even characters made to the show itself. Like Great Z, the sucker who blew up Kitakyou Machine at the start of Season 2, a man with a lot of secrets who doesn't see the Dogengers as heroes at first, even though he himself doesn't know what being a hero really means. I know he's got a rough start, but the way he's written made him one of my favorite characters in the show. After Kitakyou Man, of course. An interesting fact about him is that he's part of an in-universe fictional franchise, the Ginga Shinsei series, the first season's hero appearing in the special episode of Idol. He's been called Great A, or Great Ace as they say in the show. The cool part is, the characters of this series first appeared in Yabai Kamen's comic, and even if the comic may not be canon, here we can see how Great V, W, X, and Y looked alike. There is also a Great C here, but that's clearly not the same one from the show, even though both are equally problematic. We can also see Great K as a toy in one of the episodes, while the other heroes of the series appear as drawings at some point too. In the third season, Dogengers High School, we meet Mako Yamada, a normal high schooler girl. Almost too normal. She's kind of frustrated with the fact that nothing special ever happens in her life, and every day just seems so boring to her. But after being kidnapped by Shaberi Man, she meets the friendly ghost Kireko, who turns into a magical sheath that allows her to transform into superhero Mako. No? Okay. The synopsis may sound a bit bland, but this is one of the best seasons in my opinion. There's a lot of funny and really touching moments, and the way Mako and Kireko interact with each other is pretty cute too. I don't know, I felt really good watching this season. In the next season, Dogengers Metropolis, the fact Fukuoka is full of heroes and villains everywhere is making the jobs of both the police and the mafia harder. This is why the evil android Yus was created. She was made by the mafia to help them committing crimes, but the first thing she does after being activated is just beating everyone up and running away. At the same time, the police force creates the SP-110PX, a special suit to be worn by a cop in order to fight crime. The coward officer Meguro Shiraishi is chosen to wear the suit to become the hero Hyakutoban. For some reason, his cowardice is what makes the suit compatible with him, so he's the only one capable of using it. This season is a bit weak in my opinion. There doesn't seem to be any clear objective to the story, but the ending almost got me crying, so I'd still recommend it. Also, the two new villains introduced in this season, Yus and Hatena, are dubbed by the VTubers Omaru Polka and Aragami Oga. I don't know much about VTubers, but that still sounds cool to me. The season after this would be Shin Dogengers, but I unfortunately couldn't watch it yet. Since there are no fan subs around, I'll have to wait until one comes out. Another part of the franchise inaccessible to me for now is the manga Dogengers 1990 years later. It follows the story of Tsukumuke, who turns into the hero ideal to fight against the Lifted, a new evil organization led by the villain Egg. Some new heroes are also present here, like the mysterious Mirage, O-Girl, and Kita-Q-Wan. Sadly, the manga doesn't have any fan translations around, so the only access I had to the story was the synopsis by Tokusatsu explained on Tumblr. Dogengers is a great show. It clearly doesn't take itself too seriously, even making fun of Tokusatsu tropes sometimes. But even being more comedy focused, it has some great writing, and the fighting scenes can look absurd sometimes. One of the highlights of the show being the big bad Yabai Kamen, who can be both a comic relief character and a terrifying villain at times. Oh, and before I forget, the characters from the show also made an appearance in the anime, Nisukuro Itsu from the Monster Development Department. The same one where Chojin, made a cameo. I've never watched it, but I may do so in the future. Yabai Kamen, Golf, and Galia are also present in the YouTube series Jester, fighting against none other than Kamen Rider Decade himself. Anyway, unfortunately Dogengers wasn't officially released in the West, so if you want to watch the series while also supporting it, you can watch it on Nico Nico, Amazon Prime Video, or Hulu. But it isn't subbed, and you will need a VPN for this. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to find fan subs online, so good luck. Well, I think it's time for me to go back to cleaning. Feel free to correct me if I got anything wrong, and have a nice day. Take your medicine, and stay positive.